The third type of action query available to you in Access is what they call an append query. And this is when you want to append information from one table to another. And again, if it's on a regular basis, it's really handy to have a query that you can just double click whenever you need to append, much like archiving information from one current table into an archive table. Let's start by creating a normal query. So I'm going to go to the Create tab in the ribbon and I'm going to click Query Design. At this point, you choose which table you want to append from. So I'm going to grab the Corporate Contributors table. I'll add this table and then I'll close. So what I'm wanting to do is append all the information that's currently in this table into the Contributors table. So up in my ribbon, I'm going to choose to append using the Append button. When I click the Append button, I'm asked which table do you want to append to, and I want to append to the Contributors table, so that's what I'll select from the drop down. Notice this can also reside in another database, but I'll choose OK. Now what I do is I decide which fields I want to add or append. I'm going to double click Corporate Contributors to select all the fields. Then I'll hold the Control key and click on Contributor ID to exclude that particular field. And I'll drag the remaining selected fields into my field row. Then what I do is I have to ensure, and I might just close the Properties sheet to do that, I have to ensure that they've all got partners. So the field donor name in the Corporate Contributors table will append to the field donor name in the Contributors table. And if there was a blank, then I would actually have to state by choosing which field I wanted to append to. And this normally happens if there's a difference in the way that the fields are named between the two tables. Just make sure that every field in the top row is mapped to a field in the Append To row. I'm now going to close this query and save it. And I'll give it the name QRY Append Corp Contributors. And OK. In my navigation pane, I've now got this query called QRY Append Corp Contributors, and just like the other two action queries, it has a black exclamation mark, but what makes an append query stand out is the green plus. If I have a look at Corporate Contributors by opening up this table, I can see there are 5 of them. If I then close that and have a look at Contributors, I also have 5 in here, so I should ultimately end up with 10. And I didn't want to bring the contributor ID through because I want Access to generate a unique ID for each contributor. So I'll close this table. To run the query, I'll simply double click the Append query. You're about to run an append query, so I click the Yes button. You're about to append 5 rows, and again I click Yes. If I now go and look at my contributors table, I've actually now got 10 contributors in my table. So if you acquire information, generally via importing into a table, and then you need to append that information into another table, an append query makes it really quick and easy to append data from one table to another.